Beware of those who say 2 Peter is not saying you can lose your salvation. You can. Peter says right in the beginning of the book that righteousness comes by faith, meaning the new nature of Christ in a believer. This is what he means by through the knowledge of God and Jesus, meaning the knowledge of him through the gospel, whereby you have received his righteous nature. Now jump to 2:20. Peter is referring to those who have left salvation, saying they have escaped the pollution of the world through the knowledge of the Lord and Savior, as already mentioned in chapter 1. And we know this knowledge does not mean that they knew to accept Jesus but did not, because it says in the next verse that they had known the way of righteousness, meaning they inherited that righteous nature as mentioned in the first few verses of chapter 1. And Peter is now saying they have left that salvation, returning to the old nature. They escape the pollutions of the world by getting born again and then return to the pollutions of the world, which is the vomit and dung and mud of the sin nature and spiritual death. What happened is some preacher promised them a path of liberty, but it really was a path into corruption. And the reason it was better that they had not gotten saved to begin with is because if they hadn't, they still might be by a good preacher and good doctrine, but in getting saved and then believing the lie that was taught to you, you swear it is truth. And if you think it is true, you won't want to leave it. And this is why the end is worse than the beginning, because now they are in a worse position than if they had not gotten saved to begin with. If this is speaking to any of you, it is an opportunity of grace for you to get out of those churches now.